Today we are going to see fourth lesson, History of Indian Arts. Something interesting lesson today we are going to see. Today we are going to see 4.1, what is art. What is the meaning of the art? When the human instinct, what is instinct means? Uh, the natural force that causes a person or animal to behave in a particular way without thinking or learning about it. So, when the human instinct of sharing experience, emotions, and wisdom with other results in a beautiful creation, it is called as arts. So, for example, till 9th standard, you have learned drawing subject. So, if memory drawing or any pot drawing, whatever given by your teacher, all students have the different design or different memory or their different experience we have seen in the drawing or that coloring or different emotion. So it is a every person have the different art style. So it is on just art means we can say imagination, your beautiful imagination, and it is called art. The artist power of imagination, sensibility, state of emotion, and his skills are the crucial factors at the root of the artistic creation. So, these are the crucial factors. So, Indian art is considered to have originated during the peak of the Indus Valley civilization, somewhere around 2500 BC. And Indian paintings during the time were often inspired by spirituality and sensuality, making it stand out in terms of content and aesthetic, an aspect that is appreciated even today. So, this is what art. So, it is the study of objects of art considered within their time period. And art historians analyze visual art, meaning painting, sculpture, architecture, at the time they were created. Now, next we are going to see the types of art. There are two types of art, visual art and performing arts. So, first we are going to see visual art. You can see in the slides the very different pictures of visual arts and performing arts. So first we will see visual arts. It is called in the Sanskrit Drikakala. So the origin of Drikakala can be traced back to prehistoric age. The discovery of many sites of rock art, you can see in the picture the rock art in the world proves it, and the art of the painting and sculpting is a part of visual art. So the visual arts are art forms such as painting, drawing, printmaking, sculpture, ceramics, photography, video, filmmaking, design, crafts, and architecture. So many artistic disciplines such as performing arts, conceptual art, textile art, these all involves aspects of visual arts as well as arts of other types. So this is visual arts. You can see the photography, you are knowing the example, ceramics, video or filmmaking. This is also one type of visual art. Second, we are going to see performing art, that is Lalita Kala. Lalit Kala is also known as Angika Kala, and it includes dance, singing, drama, etc. Performing arts refers to form of art in which artists use their voices, bodies, or inanimate objects to convey artistic expression. It is different different from visual art, and which is when artists use paint, canvas, or various materials to create physical or state art object. Now, performing arts are basically arts or skills that require a performance in front of a public audience. For example, acting, singing, or dancing. And other forms of the performing arts include opera, theater. Theater means you are knowing that dramas. Opera dance also, in many movies you have seen the opera dance. Then magic or illusion performance. Magic, many magic shows we have seen. Then mime and spoken word, recitation and public speaking. These all included in performing art. Next, we are going to see types of tradition. Types of tradition, in that first, folk art. Now, the folk art, the tradition of folk art has continued from prehistoric times. The expression of folk art is a natural part of people's way of thinking. It is created by collective participation of members or social groups. Now, folk art covers all forms of visual art made in context of folk culture, and definitions varies means changes, but generally the objects have practical utility of some kind rather than being exclusively decorative. This is about folk art. Second, we are going to see classical art. Classical art is expressed within an established frame of consistent rules. A very long period training is required to master any form of classical art. So, means it needs a prolonged training to master any form of classical art. So, we need a trainer for it. This is about folk art and classical art. And next is style in art. Now, style in art, every artist has his own style, and when a style is repeatedly practiced by many artists over a long period of time, it becomes a tradition, and such a tradition gets established as an art style, and several art styles developed in every culture reflect characteristics of a certain period or region, and they help us in the study of history. So artists tend to have their own method of working, and this is only known as the style of the artist. Thank you. Children, read the lesson, whatever taught, read the lesson twice. Thank you.